Okay, so we're down a bit. This side of white is my house. The foreground, let me see if I can not shake. I'm a little winded from crawling over here, so I'm a little shaky. The foreground is the neighbor immediate to me's deck. Above me is the next neighbor down's deck. And then, this is all new. So these three houses right here are very much at risk. And I believe I see what happened. There were roots to these trees, and the windstorm ripped everything down. So whichever way that I can go, you can actually see where it freshly tore away right here. And oddly enough, the grapevine from the tree stayed attached and detangled. I hear somebody walking, I think. That's weird. So you can see this has got a lot more rock face involved, so the roots weren't able to get as deep into the ground as it has with mine. There's also quite a lot of throwing trash that's been happening. You can see a tree fell over there, and that didn't lead to as much of a problem, but this tree was apparently supporting the whole damn hill and took out everything below it, all the way down to that house at the lower level, which is my nearest neighbor below. So you can see my yard doesn't impact anything other than their shed, because I'm way, not this deck, but after it. So, yeah, I'm sure that's concerning for them down there, but this is also not my usual stewardship. My intention, if I can get it over here, is I did bring over a whole bunch of willow cuttings from about a half mile up through the neighborhood. I have a friend who has a male Salix discolor. I'm sorry, I'm shaking again. That's my fault. I'm gonna try not to. A male Salix discolor tree, which is a native of a willow. And so what I'm gonna do is bring that and stick it in the ground as many places as I can get the sticks to stick in and hope that they grow. I'm not going to go farther than the edge of this landslide though, because that freshly fallen soil is going to be slippy, and I don't want to slide. That's Pittsburghese for you, slippy. So that's the goal. I'm gonna hope that my neighbor won't mind me coming in like this way, because I brought the bucket down, but then it was really hard to get here. There's a little white fleck right there. That's the end of my terrace system. That's the bucket and the end of my terrace system on this hill. So this is close. Way closer than I would want for comfort. Way closer than is comfortable, but not so close that it's an immediate threat to the land that I have been taking care of all this time. So that's what I'm going to do, is get up in here with some sticks. You can see over the years there's been quite a bit of building debris thrown, because I see a ton of bricks up in here, and there's shingles here, and just like gardening debris, pieces of cement. We call that urbanite. And the reason we call that urbanite is because it's urban stuff. It's just like crap that comes off city things. So right now the only thing this hill's got holding it together is some invasive grasses and one really long native grape that was all the way up in the tree that fell and somehow didn't dislodge from the soil. which shows you how good of a thing native grape is to have for stabilization. So, yep, that's my goal here, is to be able to stabilize this as best I can with some willow sticks. Come jam them in the ground. It's supposed to, I see a chipmunk or something moving right in there. I keep hearing like, it's weird. Looks like they used to have maybe a retainer wall because there's cinder blocks up in there that they just threw a bunch of branches from trimming the bushes down. Yeah, that's not good for the soil to just like always be throwing your yard waste down a cliff. It destabilizes it, as you can see. Yard waste and building waste are not good for holding up hills, let alone like waste. The heck. So I'm going to see how well I can do with getting sticks over here. I'm either going to not bring the bucket and just hope that it rains soon enough. It is supposed to rain tonight. But they should be soaking right up until they're in the ground. Or I'm going to see if I can come in through my neighbor's, like the break in the hedge right there or something. And I am sorry my hands are shaking. I'm really trying very hard here. But it's my shoulders and elbows that are shaking from, honestly, from the exhaustion of climbing over here. So I'm going to do my best. I will probably check in again later and get working on this. So I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a better week than this hill is. This is all brand new destruction. Oh dear. Okay. Bye.